Welcome everyone to the Electrical Culture of Safety Livewire program, where we delve into all the complexities of creating a culture of safety within the electric utility industry. In each episode, we feature interviews with subject matter experts, industry leaders, safety professionals, and field personnel from across the industry, where we discuss ways to develop a collective reflection of the perception, attitudes, and shared experiences of the safety culture within our industry. Welcome to ECOS Livewire.
How you all doing? Let Your Culture of Safety line team. We're going to be listening to Mr. Sam Posa's ECOS Livewire story, and he's an amazing guy. I've known him for a while, and we'll get more into that in just a minute. Let me read some of his biography for y'all. Sam Posa is a Colorado native, currently resides in Castle Rock, Colorado, with his wife, Stephanie, and 3 cats, Rocco, Aldo, and Julius. Love to hunt, fish, and be outside. I am one of the many that work from home and get to travel to other industry events. I've been working in the event world for over 30 plus years, producing and managing trade show sales from the mega events like MINExpo in Las Vegas to small shows that have 30 exhibitors and 200 attendees. Some have focused on commercial fitness, manufacturing, different aspects of coal mining in the U.S. and internationally. For the last 9 years, I've had the opportunity to be a part of International Lineman's Rodeo. So, so I met Sam, just for a little backstory here, about in 2016 at our first International Lineman's Rodeo attendee and exhibitors for bierermeters. And that's when Sam started. So we became friends. He's an easy guy to like. And we became friends and have been ever since. So Sam, come on aboard, man. Appreciate you here, brother.
Well, good. I'm excited to be here. I'm not sure why you invited me, but I'm not a safety person. I was listening to the introduction, and I think maybe I'm a industry professional. Not sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure either, Sam. So that makes both of us.
Okay.
So I know you were getting ready for an elk hunt coming up. Is that this coming up weekend, or when do you go on that elk hunt?
I'm actually leaving. I leave tomorrow.
Okay.
We pack up and get our gear together at a good friend of mine at his house, and then we'll leave bright and early Friday morning. We're going to load up our 4-wheelers and we head down to southern Colorado, down below Alamosa, if anybody's kind of listening and is familiar with the area. But we're down in the near Conejos, the Conejos area. We hunt in an area that's called Bahara Reservoir. So that's sort of our hunting grounds, and we've been going there year after year for some time.
Yeah. So Sam, have you been successful?
I have been successful. Not a huge success rate, but I've had some success. And that's really, I think my real reason for going is these guys I go with, I've been friends with for forever, since probably high school. So,
Wow.
It's a good time to spend with them. Good time to just be outside and no cell service and just kind of, sit under a tree.
Chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I've hunted elk in Arizona and Colorado as well, in Utah, and so we did bow hunting back in the day,
Right.
and so you had to be really close to the bulls, and so we did something called cow elk and estrus oil all over our boots. Do you guys get like all nasty and gangly like that? Do you do that too?
We have not. Of course, I have not archery hunted, so that's
Okay.
probably a primary reason. I've done muzzle loading and
Okay.
have done and do rifles. So this year here in Colorado, we're going second season. We missed first season due to Lineman's Rodeo this year. Also,
Yeah.
our group did not draw the tags that we were looking for, so we all turned in and said, "Hey, let's go second season."
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys put in for, when you say didn't draw the tag, you guys put in those tags that are a little harder to get
Correct.
sometimes and just collect points?
Yes. Yeah. There's a point system here in Colorado. We also hunt. We also hunt the specific unit that you need to put in for. Uh, and our unit is 8081. So you know,
Okay.
pretty looking at that. But that's sort of the system here in Colorado for draws. So you're not always successful, but these licenses we bought here for second season are actually over the counter, and they're all bull tags.
Nice.
So if you
Nice.
see something great, if not, not a big deal.
Yeah. No, it's just being out in nature.
Absolutely,
Colorado, man,
absolutely.
that's beautiful stuff.
Yes,
Yeah. So Sam, so we met in 2016
yes,
at our first Lineman's Rodeo, and
right.
at the time I didn't know that it was also your first International Lineman's Rodeo.
Yes. I took over the show on the cusp of 2016, 2017. So this past show was actually my uh, ninth show. So, I'm thinking, all right, I got to at least stick it out one more year and do 10.
Yeah. No. So I saw you just last week at the
Yeah,
International Lineman's Rodeo in
exactly.
Bonner Springs and the the expo at Overland Park in
Yes.
Kansas. And man, that last week, this last show, 2025, and the rodeo and the competition, all that, man, that to me it was the best and most well attended overall, and the best weather ever
Yes.
overall
Yes.
in the whole history of the last 9 years.
Could be. I know when we got to, when I came from Colorado coming out last week, we were all kind of watching the weather to see what was going to happen. And I know the beginning of the week, the weather looked a little dicey for Saturday, and the
Yeah.
precipitation was higher. Then as the week sort of went through, it gradually dropped. And I think
Mm-hmm.
we ended up getting some rain on Friday, but man, Saturday was a just a gorgeous day. I mean, it actually kind of warmed up in the afternoon and
Yeah,
just made for a great setting.
man, it was beautiful. And that rain
Yes,
early, late Friday or early morning
yeah,
Saturday was perfect dust control. Perfect.
absolutely, absolutely. And I, I'm gonna just a shout out to our grounds crew that puts together the outside spaces and locations and maintains that
Mm-hmm.
area. They've just each year I see a little bit of an improvement. Every year, kind of felt like this year they really dialed everything in. There were no hiccups. A lot of the paths and roadways have been heavily graveled.
Yeah,
Um, we tweaked the layout from 24 to 25, and it's just I don't know if there's much to improve out there
Joey,
or
can you
not,
call
but
down shipping, please? Joey, call down
we
shipping.
were really really excited with the outside event.
yeah. So I was talking with you at the during the competition on
Yeah,
Saturday, asking you
right.
about it, as far as how many competitors were actually in attendance. Because
Right.
you said that you had to cap it. I didn't know
Uh,
that.
yeah, the association, I think a couple of years ago, um, did not put a cap on the number of competitors. So
Mm-hmm.
it caused a couple of issues. One, they were concerned about diluting the actual competition, and
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to keep the standards high there, and also when you have that large of a group competing, it is tough to get through the entire day. So,
Yeah.
I think this year the cap was right around 300, 304 teams.
Wow.
I think like 380 apprentices right in that area there. And they just really cannot handle much more than that in order to get through the day. So,
Yeah.
but that's just good for everybody. And I felt like we didn't turn that many people down because people got in early and knew
Yeah.
what was going on.
Yeah. And you said the word. So anybody that's interested in attending and being a participant, let's say a participant, a competitor next year, Sam,
Yeah.
what's what's the best way and easiest way to get the ball rolling with you all?
I think really it kind of starts with our website. Just kind of going
Mm-hmm.
in there. There's information on the competition. Um, we've got a rules and regs page on there that they can look at, and then there's a number of ways to participate. If you're participating as a team or as a journeyman, those are a couple ways to participate. Um, our teams are coming from from owner utilities, from co-ops, from contractors, IBEWs, so public utilities. So it's really kind of across the board as far as the type of companies that these guys are coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. It was great to see some Canadian teams there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great. Um, so so what is the website, Sam, that they can?
Yeah, good. I'd say our website is Lineman's Rodeo, KC.com. Right now, it's probably still showing 2025 information.
Uh-huh.
First year, that'll kind of turn over. We'll start seeing 2026. You'll be able to go back in there and see the competitors that participated, where they
Mhm.
placed, the teams. It's actually pretty informative. So um, that's not my big side because a lot of my focus is really on the exhibition and the
Yeah,
sponsorships, which there's a great deal of information there on the site for that, as well as who's exhibiting, the floor plan, different sponsorship opportunities that we offer.
yeah. So that's the best website to
It
go
is.
to get the ball rolling as an exhibitor or a
And
competitor.
or a competitor, or even if you're just kind of looking, you say, I've not been to this before, and I want
Yeah,
to come and attend and sort of see what it's all about. If I'm considering attending,
yeah,
in the future as a competitor or even as an exhibitor, encourage everybody to come check it out. A registration to the show in general will get you into our safety conference. It's on Wednesday and Thursday. Get you into the exhibit hall on Thursday and Friday, and also get you out to the rodeo on Saturday, which if you've not been to before, it's spectacular.
yeah, yeah. I agree, Sam. If any of you all that are any part of line work in the electrical utility contractor industry in line work, highly recommend you have to go.
Yes.
If any of you all are manufacturer or provide services or products to the same, I highly recommend that you sign up with Sam as soon as possible, really,
Yes.
just because they'll run out of spaces. I know
Yes.
this year, Sam, you did have to turn people around. Is that correct?
That is correct. We had a wait list. This was our largest show to date. I believe we had 205 exhibitors. It's like over 35,000 square feet of exhibit space. We're maxed out at the Overland Park Convention Center, but
Yeah.
I just don't see us ever really kind of moving from that facility. I mean, the association is, they play a big part in that. And we just are fortunate to work with a very good group of people at the convention center.
Yeah,
Also, the rodeo grounds, it's kind of hard to replicate that, and to go out and build that out would be
that's right.
a
No,
tremendous cost. So
yeah,
that's a big asset.
yeah. That Overland Park Convention Center to me fits perfectly
Yeah.
the ambiance and
Yes.
the frequency vibration, you might say, of the outdoor show. You cannot make the what you guys right now. The competition yard was packed,
Yes.
and
Yes.
the expedition hall was the
Packed.
expedition. How do you say that? Exhibiting
Exhibition.
hall. Yeah, that was packed.
Packed.
But honestly, it was very. What's the word I'm thinking, Sam? It
Uh,
was very not quaint, but
It's friendly.
yeah, very friendly.
Very friendly. It's easy to navigate.
Yeah.
It just brings a lot to the table. The center has a huge parking lot, so a
Mhm.
lot of people we have are driving in with their trucks and trailers. So that makes it easy. The center itself is sort of a mid-sized center in the scope
Yeah.
of the exhibition world, but it is well maintained. The staff there does a tremendous job, and
Mhm.
we're treated very well there. The association actually was one of the first pieces of business that was booked there when the hall opened up. So, and they signed a 10-year contract for the hall, and so I think there's some gratefulness on the part of the center to the association, and they really,
Yeah.
I won't say they bend over backwards, but they just, you know, they're just so accommodating, and it's a friendly place.
It is. I really like as well the atmosphere around Overland Park because
Yeah,
the amenities, the hotels, the very high quality hotels all
right,
around. Well, clean town.
yes,
You don't see trash. You don't see graffiti.
right,
It's just super clean, well managed little town, and the restaurants that are all around are fantastic.
right.
It's a great place.
Right. I'm glad you're telling me that because I very rarely get a chance to leave the hotel or the convention center or the rodeo grounds just because there's kind of nonstop action. When we finished the rodeo on Saturday, we hustled over to back to the hotel in the convention center, and we're starting to set up for the awards banquet on
Yeah,
Saturday night. So. But I'm just really thankful to be a big part of it.
yeah. So, I mean, afterwards, man, you got to have like a couple of days to decompress, man. Because Sam, you're running around, walking around, talking with everybody,
Right,
and I mean,
right.
and you're as a salesperson, you're already throwing paper in front of my face
Yes,
before
yes,
it's even over, having a
yeah,
sign up for next year.
yes. You know, Brent, that's only out of love because I want to take care of you.
I know, Sam. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'll just give you a hard time.
I know that.
No, that's really great. So we'll make sure at the end we'll make sure that Jeremy gets some contact information
You bet.
and a
Absolutely.
slide with the website information.
Sure.
Um, so we'll make sure all that's available for everybody that gets this.
Okay.
Um, but so Sam,
Yeah.
walk us through step by step. Describe for everybody because a lot of these folks that are going to be listening to this have never been. They might have been doing line work for 30 years or 40
Right.
years, and they don't even know what the International Lineman's Rodeo experience is like. So take us from day one. Take
Day
us,
one.
describe everything.
Okay. You know, for me personally, I arrived there on Monday and Tuesday. We start moving into the exhibit hall. So that's sort of behind the scene there a little bit. Wednesday, we have a safety conference that starts out the day. It's an all-day affair. We've got, I think, around five speakers, 5 to 6 speakers that present on Wednesday, and that starts at 9 and goes, into the late afternoon. There's a lunch break. The speakers are coming from utilities or manufacturers, and they're talking primarily about safety aspects of the industry. I think this year we had a little bit of a lean towards mental health, which, was kind of top of mind for industry in general. So
Right.
there were some speakers that presented on that. We finished Wednesday. Setup is still kind of going on. Thursday morning, early morning, exhibit hall is very active with people still kind of finalizing their booth setup.
Hmm.
The safety conference starts again on Thursday morning and goes from like 9 to noon when the exhibition opens up.
Hmm.
Um, the show opens at 12. I don't know if I've ever seen a line um, like this to get into the exhibit hall. It resembles a major movie premiere. In all my life, all the shows I've been to, crowds do gather at the entrance, but not like this, and not with the enthusiasm to get into the exhibit hall. And then, doors open, people just kind of rush in there, and that hall really is active all day.
Yeah.
I think when these people come in, and predominantly linemen, that's a big portion of the crowd, but there are definitely supervisors, foremen, sort of that mid-level attendee in there as
Oh yeah.
well.
Oh yeah.
And it's just active all day. I kind of feel like they stay in the hall and really, really make the rounds. So we conclude Thursday around 5 o'clock, and then
Mhm.
show opens up again Friday morning from 9 to 2 o'clock. Another big line. We see a lot of new
Yeah.
people that come in that did not make the show on the previous day. They're in there, and another big rush into the hall, and the show ends, and it's just a little bit of euphoria, and then it's like you take a deep breath, and then we start kind of getting ready for the next activity. So Friday Friday afternoon, we have a big T-shirt exchange, which is really popular with the linemen. We
Yeah.
set up an area downstairs, and we just kind of throw out tables for them to set out their T-shirts and hats, and it's crazy. We had a lot more questions about that this year, and we had more exhibitors sort of participate in that, and
Yeah.
they're kind of asking, "What's this all about?" And so, just kind of explained it as sort of unorganized, organized chaos, and then
Yeah. Right.
that finishes, or that necessarily doesn't ever end, but then we open up the barbecue that evening, and that's a catered barbecue by Jack Stack, and we've got exhibitors that are invited to that, and certainly a lot of the attendees and the people that are competing the next day are in there having some of Kansas City's finest barbecue. So
Yeah.
I'll say Friday night, probably a little bit more low key for everybody, because tomorrow's Sunday or Saturday morning's a big day for people getting ready to participate in the rodeo, and
Yeah.
I mean it starts at the crack of dawn. And while I'm
E-
thinking about it, I got to give
Even
a
before.
even before,
Yeah.
because those guys are setting our grounds crew, they're working out there all week,
Yeah.
sort of getting that area laid out, making sure that everything is perfect, and getting set. But I, I don't want to forget. I got to give a shout out to Kim Good,
Oh
who
yeah.
is, and you know Kim very well.
Yep.
She works for Endeavor, the same company that I work with,
Hmm.
and she really is sort of the liaison between our company and the association. So she's been working the event for, I'm going to say, 25 plus years.
Oh wow. I didn't
So
know.
she just really knows it in and out, and she kind of keeps everything moving. If you don't know what's going on or you need an answer, I turn to Kim, and
Yeah.
as many people do turn to her, and she does a fabulous job. So competitions ends. They do the tabulations over there, and then they come back to the convention center. We're starting to get prepared for the banquet. We've got some tables that are reserved for different companies, that they purchase a table, and then
Hmm.
some that are just, you know, come as you are and find seating. But we probably have 5,000 people at the banquet, and
Yeah.
it's a beautiful stage that is sponsored by Buckingham. We've got a separate side stage that is our photo stage, and it is sponsored by Gelco. It's a fantastic evening. I tell people it's Academy Awards like, but our
Mm.
people that are coming up on stage and accepting trophies are, they're wearing boots and Levi's and
Yeah.
Western cut shirts, and they're the salt of the earth guys, the guys that are out there doing it day in and day out.
Yeah. And then you have inductees into the Lyman's Hall of Fame, right?
Lyman's Hall of Fame, yeah. So
Yeah.
that sort of is slipped in there, as well as the past 2 years we've had a kids rodeo. So we acknowledged a couple of winners on the kids rodeo, and
Oh
they
wow.
came up and grabbed a trophy and a belt. So it's all inclusive, and that really is kind of where it starts. Starting early,
Yeah.
recognizing the trades.
Yeah. You, it always warms my heart, Sam. I always do some photos and a couple of videos and walk around the grounds, get away from the beer meters show trailer,
Yeah, right.
and to walk around the competitors. And the one thing that just every time just grabs a hold of my heart and pulls on the heartstrings is seeing all the spouses and the
Yeah,
children,
yes,
the moms and the dads, the grandparents. I mean,
right.
it is
It
amazing,
is. It
the
is.
the family atmosphere like
Yeah.
none other at any
No,
event ever.
absolutely. Many shows they don't allow children on the floor. Obviously not our show.
Yeah,
You know, when we go back, we go take a look at the website if somebody's out there. We've got a fantastic tab on there for the association and history of the event. And so, if
nice,
somebody's interested in going in there and reading, it's pretty lengthy, but
nice.
just sort of briefly, the show started in 1984,
Wow.
so 41 years ago. It was held in Manhattan, Kansas. I think there were 12 teams,
Wow. Yeah.
so it was small and meager beginnings. Dale Warman, who was with KCPL, and a gentleman named Charlie Young, who was with Southwest Line Contractors, they started the rodeo. Uh, Dale is still heavily involved in the show, today. So he's a big part of that. But like I said, there's a great couple of pages in there to go and read about the show. And you're talking about kids, and I think the primary couple of the primary reasons for the start of it was to introduce community
Yeah.
um, to line work and what what these utilities do. It was also an opportunity to show the families, hey, this is
Mhm.
what my husband, this is what my father, this is what my wife does, on a daily basis. And then, thirdly, it was sort of to let these guys show off their skills,
Yeah.
and what they do on a day basis. And that really is kind of, that was the premise of the show way back then.
Yeah.
And that really is kind of continued through till today. I mean, that is really sort of when they're thinking about things, that is foremost.
Hmm. Yeah. That's awesome, Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
Yeah. And that's for when we first arrived in 2016.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like, what?
yeah,
It's a must go to opportunity for anybody that's involved as
right,
far as a
right.
manufacturer or service provider in the industry. You got to go. I mean,
Yes,
if you go to any show, um, you got to go to this show because they're the people, they're the boots on the ground,
absolutely.
and we got to support the boots on the ground.
Yes,
We have to.
absolutely. And across the board, I don't know if I've met a finer group of individuals collectively
Hmm.
um, at any other event. Uh, they're skilled tradesmen. Um, they're hardworking.
Hmm.
Um, you know, they come from a work background. You see a lot of them where it's generational, which I think is very interesting. That sort of replicated some of the things that I saw when I was doing some of the mining shows that are in the Southeast, in West Virginia and
Yeah.
Pennsylvania and those states down there that were hardcore coal mining. They were generational, and
Yeah.
it sort of resembles what I see here today with the line workers.
Hmm.
They come from ranching, rodeo,
Yeah.
real rodeo.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of people that are highly sought. So it's not for everybody. I realize it's a pretty dangerous craft, but you're well compensated, and I think the work that they do is probably very rewarding.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. So I wanted Sam. So
Yes,
last year, you all added your the International Lineman's Rodeo logo to actually it's been a couple of years now to the ECOS, the Electric
yeah,
Culture of Safety Partnership
right.
logo, and I just want to show everybody real quick, um, right here. Can you see that, Sam?
I could see
Yeah.
it.
Okay. And Sam, you were very instrumental in doing this, getting this done. You were, and I really appreciate your
Well,
efforts
thank you.
and
Um,
helping us get this safety grassroots um, coalition, nationwide coalition, you know, participating in that,
right, right,
and so really thank you for that. And you brought up the folks, the different genres and the scope of
yeah,
you have apprentices, you have groundmen, you have folks that are basically competing in the 50 and above, or where they're older folks, and
correct,
you've got
correct.
supervisors, superintendents,
Yes,
foremen, you've got operations managers, you have safety people that come,
yeah,
you have folks also that are in the office that sometimes their organizations allow them to go, uh,
absolutely.
and I've seen a few CEOs
Right.
incognito,
Yeah, yeah,
okay, that
yes,
sneak in.
yes,
They're real quiet. They're wearing
yes.
like face hair, and they just a hat to cover up. They go incognito, but you have the highest of the higher ups
Yeah.
attending as well.
And that was kind of brought to my attention. We're always trying to enhance the attendance and make it as viable as possible for the exhibitors. And we kind of tossed around some different ideas, some buyer sessions and things like that. And we Kim and I made some calls to some of our exhibitors and talked to them about that specifically, and they said, the people that you're trying to attract, they're here.
Yeah,
They are at the show. They're not there in numbers because, they're just there's not that many of them. So they are at the show. They do kind of come a little bit in cognito. I know, I'm here in Colorado, and so I've had some sit downs with some people from Excel and
yeah,
Core, and so we
yeah.
asked about some of their upper management people, if you will, and I was surprised to learn that they do attend the show.
They do.
Yeah,
They do. It's surprising.
yes, it is.
Yeah. So, so International Lineman's Rodeo moving forward, Sam.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Are we doing anything? Are we going to be testing any new ideas? Any new innuences? Are we doing anything, or are we just going to keep it steady as she goes and just try to continue to get better? What are we doing, Sam?
What are we doing? I guess we don't want to say status quo, but
Uh-huh.
we'll try to enhance some of the things that we are doing. I think there are things, that maybe are not visible to exhibitors and attendees that are maybe sort of on the backside
Yeah.
that we can enhance and maybe make a little bit better of an experience. But we're expecting another sellout for 2026.
Sure.
We actually sold out mid to late February this year, and that was kind of when we started with our
Wow. That's when you sold
attendee
out.
list. Yes. So
Wow.
if somebody is out there thinking about getting in, we need
Wow.
to get in touch sooner than sooner than
Wow.
later. We've got probably a very industry high rebooking rate of well over 70% of our exhibitors return year after year. So,
That's right.
Kim and I, we have not yet had our post-show meeting, so we'll start kind of looking at some things like that.
Okay.
But if there's some things that we can kind of dial in that you may or may not see,
Yeah.
but we try to keep the train moving forward.
Yeah. So, Sam, real quick.
Yeah.
So if they're going to be competing, you say they need to be signed up by November.
That's our no, no, that's our for our exhibitors
Exhibitors?
sooner than later. I
Okay.
think at our competition,
Yeah.
we I think we have a close date on that, and that usually kind of coincides with the caps that the association sets. And
Yeah.
that usually is sort of mid-September.
Okay.
So if somebody is thinking about competing, start looking at the information that
Mhm.
is up there this year for 2025, because that'll kind of give you a good idea of what to expect for 2026. And it's a pretty easy walkthrough, and two, if there are questions about participating in the exhibition,
Yeah.
I'm easily accessible. Kim takes a lot of the calls on the attendee side for the competitors, and
Mhm.
she just kind of knows the ins and outs of that and can be very helpful. And I know both she and I kind of pride ourselves on being responsive and getting back to people as quickly as possible. And that may be just me. I'm kind of an impatient person in general, so I don't like to keep people waiting.
No, you've always been really good to deal with,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yes.
Always.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
try to be that.
always.
Absolutely.
Kim, outstanding. You
Yeah.
outstanding, and very helpful.
Yeah.
And look forward to continue working with you both.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you did get assigned. You did get beer meters that spot, right?
You are signed up. You got your same location. First year we'll start working on your sponsorships and get
Okay.
those in line. But
Okay.
you are set. So
Okay. Right on.
we're in that mode right now.
Yeah. Good. So I do recommend. We gave out about 500. This is actually the shirt we gave out, which has the International Lineman's logo on it. That you give us permission, Sam.
Right.
On it with the International Lineman's Rodeo here, 2025, all there on one sleeve. And
Sure.
we gave out about 500 shirts.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, if we had 700 shirts or 1,000 to give out, we would have
Yeah.
gave those out too.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a madhouse.
Yes,
They
it
love
is.
the t-shirts.
Yes, they do. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
So highly recommend it, you as far as manufacturers and services to throw in some t-shirts. Don't forget the 3X's and the double X's, because unfortunately we ran out
Yes.
really fast because these guys are big.
Right.
But bring some shirts, give out some shirts. And
We've got some big boys, and we can't forget about our ladies. That is
No.
a growing segment. So I
Yeah.
recently kind of have been corresponding with a ladies safety apparel group
Nice.
through LinkedIn, and
Yeah.
have shared some information with them on the rodeo. And we're seeing more women coming into the trades too.
Yeah. It's good to see that. And I
Yeah.
see a lot more women involved with safety and actually with training.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
That's neat, man.
Yes, yes. I tell you, short story. I made the mistake a couple of years ago on the exhibit floor, just kind of walking on the exhibit floor, talking to people, and seeing what they were doing, and if I can help somebody. And I turned to the lady and I said, "Oh, great, man!" I said, "Are you having a good time at the show?" And I said, "Is your husband competing, in the competition on Saturday?" And you can see where that's going. So
Oh man.
she turned
Sam.
to me and said, "I'm competing." And I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna ever do that."
Oh my gosh, Sam.
I learned
Never do
I
that.
learned my lesson. I should have known. I should have known better.
Yeah, actually, I interviewed Miss Shelby. She's a lineman with PG&E. I interviewed her in
Okay.
June of this
Right.
year,
Yeah.
and she was there too.
Yeah, I think I know who that is.
Yeah, she's a great
Yeah.
gal, hardworking, great gal.
Right.
So I'm telling you, man, you just don't know.
No, you don't. So just, say hello to everybody.
Yep, the same, right?
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right, Sam. Well, do you have anything, Sam? We're going to get your contact information. Do you have anything else to share
Sure.
with us?
You can reach me through the website, which is www.lineman'srodeokc.com. I've got an 800 number, 800 525-9154 that goes directly to my desk, or through my email, which is posa, Posa, at endeavorb2b.com. So those are a couple of ways to get in touch with me. And again, I'll just say, hey, this is a great group. So I really am very appreciative of working on this event.
Yeah. Sam, and we appreciate you coming on and
Thank you.
sharing some of your ECOS Livewire story
Yeah. I
with
was
us.
like, I don't know anything about safety, but I will say since 2017, I have learned a lot about the work that is done, and the equipment that it takes to get it done, and safety being a first and foremost.
Yeah, that's right, Sam.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Sam, for coming
Okay.
aboard, and
Good
thank
deal.
you for being a friend, brother.
Absolutely. I appreciate that more than anything. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Sam.
All
Appreciate
right.
you, buddy.
Take care.
You too.